Hi everyone, welcome to Silver Crow Tarot. I'm Lindsey. I just wanted to pop on today and share with you some of the pairings that I've been enjoying since, I want to say about mid-August or so. For me, Halloween season, Halloween decorating, spooky, all that, it starts September 1st and it goes until December 1st. And I still don't think that 3 months is long enough for this season that I like to be in. Anyway, I just thought I would share some of the pairings and the decks that I've been working with. So you can see in front of you the first pairing or first group, there we go. The Dark Goddesses Oracle by Caitlin McCarthy. Midnight Magic, it's a mushroom deck, tarot by Sarah Richard, and Les Vampires by Lucy Cavendish with artwork by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. And this is just my little deck that I'm creating, I'm working on, that keeps evolving because I keep adding more and more cards to it. I like that. So I've basically been using these decks with the Healing with Tarot, October Tarot prompts on Instagram, and also with Lionheart's October Challenge. And they've been hitting me pretty hard. They can get right to the bone of a issue or a problem, and bring all that deep stuff that needs to come up, that needs to be healed, that needs to be exposed, that needs to be clarified. And they've been working beautifully together for me. I typically will start pulling one of the goddess cards, and that prompt will set off a whole journey. I'll follow that up by using the tarot to ask myself some more questions, and then to go even deeper, I will pull in Les Vampires. I got this deck last year, I think, and I didn't really use it that much, but it's really been amazing, to be honest with you. It's really been amazing. And at the end of the reading, I will pull one of my cards here from my deck, just to sort of close the reading out. I typically pull an oracle card to close a reading, or just to get a final message, a final thought, something I can take away with me from this reading. And I will leave that. Just a few more cards so you can see them together. But that's how I work with this group of oracle and tarot. And other than being visually beautiful in my eyes, they communicate very well together. And that's important to me. So I will end this one, put you on pause, and I'll be right back. The next group I have is Tarot V, Anne Stokes Gothic Oracle, and Fallen Angels Oracle. I showed these in the last video as I was just sort of walking through and talking. But using these three, I've primarily been using them as a body, mind, and spirit reading, but not necessarily for me. It's more been for the collective. What's going on in the world? What is happening in the physical world at the moment? What is the collective consciousness thinking? And universal spiritual barometer, so to speak. So it's just my way to feel what's happening around the planet. I rarely, almost never, watch news because my sensitive, empathic soul just can't handle all the stuff that they like to show. You know, I would love if they would show all the good that's going on in the world, because there is a ton of good in this world. But, you know, I guess good doesn't sell. It's the sensationalistic, dark, bad things that people are doing to each other that sells, or that's exciting, and it's very disheartening to me. So I use these to sort of check in, because I don't want to hear any news. I don't want to hear, I live in the States, I don't want to hear anything about voting and the election. I'm done. I know who I'm voting for. I don't need to hear another thing, you know, and I don't want to, and I'm just sort of sick of all the crap that's going on in the States, around the world, all the atrocities committed by man. I'll say humans. You know, it's probably not politically correct for me to say man, but you know. Anyway, so these are the decks that I've been using, like I said, body, mind, and spirit, just to get sort of a collective check-in on what's going on. The next pair is the Divine Nature Oracle. This is by Angie Sullins. I love this deck. And Tarot of Haunted House, which is a Sasha Graham deck, and I really love both of these together. I'm just going to flip through these a little bit, but let me give it just a little bit of a shuffle, if you don't mind. I love the way these look together. I started pairing these two in September, on the end of October. Sorry, just trying to get my thoughts. I obviously had way too much caffeine today, and I got a big glass of half and half tea sitting here. I started pairing these two in September, just for general daily readings, and they they work so well together that they will have their own conversations. You know, sometimes I'm just an innocent bystander, and I flip over the cards, and these two just start talking to each other, and I let them. They've also led me to write some little short stories. I mean, really, really short stories. I used to write a lot when I was in college, and write a lot of short stories, and I like that, but I've even got to the point now where I can pare them down. Instead of them being maybe 10, 15 pages, I can get them down to about 4 now, a little more succinctly. But these two work really well. I think they look great together. The messages come through very clear, and I will just use them for daily. I will use them for the Healing Through Tarot prompts, and they're really lovely, you know. And I don't have to, or I haven't been, if I don't use the Healing Through Tarot prompts, sometimes I'll just pull these decks out and just, you know, do the general thing. You know, ask my spirit tribe, what you want me to know today? You know, or do you have a message for me? And I will go with these. And I think they work really well together. And I'm going to do something I hadn't planned on doing, but I'm going to, just because I want to ask you all. I'm going to reach over here. Yesterday, hubby and I had to go to Home Depot for something. He needed something. And I was standing there in the paint aisle, and I started pulling paint chips. These just happened to be Behr paint chips, But I just started pulling ones that gave me a fall vibe feeling, so I brought them home. I cut off the headers, I cut off the bottom with the little bear on it, I rounded the corners, and I thought, I think I'm going to make a little, another little oracle, another little oracle deck using these beautiful fall colors. I'm very inspired to do it, and it's going to be an undertaking since I leave for a big trip next week. But I'm going to see if I can do it. If not, maybe I'll just take them with me. They don't weigh anything. But the interesting thing is they shuffle. Look at them. They shuffle really well. I don't think that they would hold up to doing a riffle shuffle with them or bridging. No, I don't think they'd hold up to that. But, you can overhand shuffle them just fine. And I just thought this was kind of cool. And they've got that nice matte finish to them. Now, the backs look like this, obviously. I don't know if I'll get to the dollar store to buy some contact paper to put on the back or anything. So I'm not going to worry about it. It's just for me at the moment. But what I did like is that some of them still have the color of them on here. I don't think this one has it. Oh, like this one. This one says rare wood, intense yet welcoming with enough depth to make your heart melt. Rare wood is a deep brown that evokes the comfort of a cherished heirloom. And I thought there might be a word in there that I can use and write on the front. I have a white pen. I could write that on the front. Maybe make your heart melt, or comfort of a cherished heirlooms, something like that. Anyway, it's just an idea I had. But I thought when I had these on the table the other day that the colors were just matching so beautifully that, I wanted to get this done and take this with me, as another little end of a reading, little thought or something. But does anybody else do that, or am I just the only weirdo? Anyway, that's Divine Nature Oracle, and it's paired with Tarot of Haunted House. The next group is the Darkwood Tarot with the Talisman Oracle and Seasons of the Witch Samhain Oracle. And I was thinking about this, when I'm in one of those moods, we all get in those moods. When I feel like I need to walk through a misty forest, I put on some dark academia music. Normally I'll just turn on YouTube and say dark academia music, and I get it. I'll put some of that on. I will light a candle. It's called Bone Dust. Oh my God, it's amazing. It is amazing. The aroma is unbelievable. Anyway, I'll light my bone dust candle. And I invite these three in for a hot mug of bourbon tea. If you've never had bourbon tea, give it a try. It's really good. And a scone. They get pretty chatty when food and drinks are involved. And do they ever spill the dark and strong tea? Because the three of these together, again, they're going to take me down a dark path. Not dark in the way of pulling every shadow I have up to the surface. It's a darkened path. It's a path that I need to go down because they're going to take me there, and it's because I need to walk it. I need to see what's there. So we have a great time together. They know where all the secrets are hidden, and I can tell you they sure enjoy pulling that big box from underneath my desk that's marked secrets and diving down into them to see see what they can pull out and taunt me with today. But they work really good together. So generally I will start with the Samhain Oracle, then I will pull a couple tarot cards. Sometimes I'll pull another Samhain Oracle, and then I usually just follow it up with a card from the Talisman Oracle. I really enjoy working with the three of these together. They, like I said, can be very chatty when plied with bourbon tea. Or maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the chatty one and they're just along for the ride. Who knows? But I have a great time with these and I enjoy working with them. The next group is Bianco Nero Tarot, Earth and Bone Oracle, the Dark Goddesses Oracle, and the Wild Mystic. This is an animal oracle. I don't have the guidebook handy with me, but if you've seen it online, that's the back of those. Very lovely deck. I like working with that one a lot because I love working with animal decks. So these, oh my goodness. First, can we just appreciate, I have to pick this up. Can we just appreciate the dark beauty of Earth and Bone? Syrian Shadow has my utmost respect and gratitude for creating a dark, beautiful, moody, yet supportive deck of cards. I mean, I love this deck. It moves me. It works for me. I love the artwork. I'm a skull girl. I love skulls, all kinds of skulls, so this is fantastic. I even bought a set of dice, which I don't have here at the moment, just to go with this deck, because I like this deck so much. Okay. And I've been using Don Michelle and Lisa Pepez's dice casting system, and it has been a game changer. So check those out if you're interested in using dice. You can go to either one of their websites and find the whole system, divination system that they made for that. Okay, back to the parents. Clear, succinct readings, and I will often add a message because I typically use these two together, but then I will bring in the Dark Goddesses, and or I'll bring in the Wild Mystic, the animals, and just expand. And not only do they look freaking gorgeous on the table, they do. They're so beautiful to my eyes. I can hardly stand it. Sometimes I'll just spread them out on the desk and take a picture just because it's so darn pretty. But the readings are just amazing, and they're supportive, very supportive. And I think the artwork goes well. These two are gorgeous. Even if you just put this in between these two, it's just amazingly beautiful. But messages are so clear, they're just easy to read, easy to understand, so clear. And when I asked my tribe for a message, a particular message, I have a particular question, all of these will give me exactly what they're trying to tell me, and I know what it is. It's immediate. I feel it. I know it, and they just work wonderfully together. And just pull a couple more just so you can see how they look. Oh, I love a deck, a goddess deck that shows some age on the goddesses. We're not all pretty young things. We used to be, but Like I said, I've bitched about this before. Some of us are crones and we want to see more crone stuff. At least I want to see more crone stuff. You know, because this is the age I'm in. This is the time I'm in. And I want to know about it. I want to see reflected. I want to see crones reflected more often. So, all right. That's that group. Okay, the final group, and I'm going to end up doing another video because I have I have five more sets that I want to show you, but I'll finish with this one and come back with another video. What an unlikely trio, and I stumbled across these three together. You know how it is sometimes when you're working with one deck and you have it on your table and you think, you know, I wonder if something else would go with this deck. And then you start pulling different decks to see what will match up. Well, that's what happened. I had the Zombie Tarot sitting here on the deck and I thought, what else can I pair this with? And I tend to pull the Medieval Cat Tarot out this time of year. So I thought, yeah, let me just give it a try. And I did. And I'm going to set, I'm getting ahead of myself here, Memento Mori Oracle deck. Okay, but I'm just going to move this aside here just for a minute. I'll be back. I started using these two together. And I couldn't stop laughing. You know, maybe I have a warped sense of humor, you know, and, well, there's no maybe about it. I do have a warped sense of humor. But these made me laugh, and I couldn't stop laughing. I was just using them together because the cats in this deck, it's like a hybrid of a Marseille RWS. The Zombie Tarot makes me laugh to begin with. You know, I take the messages seriously, but I can't take the artwork seriously. It's just funny to me. And the cats in this deck kill me. I mean, they're constantly giving side eye to somebody, you know, usually me. You look at the page of coins, look at the eyeballs. I can't help it. It's like the Empress is telling the page of coins, oh no, you can't play with my daughter. She's too precious. And she's chained up. So, you know, no, she can't come out and play. The Eight of Cups with the Five of Cups here. Oh, I loved using these two together. You know, I may use one or the other. Typically, the zombie, I might use it as oracle-ish, and then pull a couple of the cat, the Medieval Cat Tarot. But then I started wondering, what oracle deck do I have that would go with this? And I started going through my vast collection of oracle decks. And I pulled out Memento Mori, and I thought, well, let me just see. Well, we'll see. It's sort of one of those, what I call a neutral deck, you know, as far as color palette goes. And all of a sudden, I felt as I was flipping through these, which I should be doing, sorry, I obviously can't flip cards and talk. Yeah, that's me. I was flipping through these, and I started feeling like I was watching a Three Stooges movie. That this was Mo, you know, what are the other names? Curly and Larry, or Curly and Larry, I don't know. But this one ended up being Mo. It ended up bringing that little bit of funny seriousness to the two that were just making me laugh like crazy, you know. So this deck sort of fell into that role of Mo. And now I call these my Three Stooges deck. And I shouldn't, because, you know, it's slapstick humor, which is kind of okay. I like it sometimes, but that's sort of what I get with the zombie. I don't think this is slapstick. This is just humorous. And this has a little bit more seriousness to it, but sometimes some of the cards that flip up that I get in a reading, I'm dying laughing. I mean, I'm seriously dying laughing because they're all just so funny. And you wouldn't think this one would be a funny deck, but I think maybe compared with these two, it has the ability to play along, I'll say. Has the ability to play along, and I really enjoy that. They make me laugh, and sometimes we just need a laugh, don't we? We need to play with some decks that aren't so deep, dark, and serious, and find the humor in the day or the afternoon, or when, the day's not going exactly how you wanted it to. You can just pull out some decks that make you laugh and carry you away for a little bit. And that's always a wonderful thing, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to stop for now and get my decks ready for the next video for part 2. And if you have some of these decks and you pair them together, let me know how you like them. Or if you have some of these decks and you pair them with other decks, let me know. Let me know how they work for you. Or share some of your spooky pairings with me. I would love to hear about your decks and hear about how you're using them and which ones you're using. So until next time, see you later. Peace and love.